Hello again, and here we have the brushless gimbal. It's designed for the GoPro. There's a GoPro just strapped to it. I don't know if you can see it from there, but it just straps on nice and solid. It's got complete 360 rotation. Obviously it won't be able to do that once you've got the wiring and the axis sensor underneath, because obviously the wire will get trapped, but you're going to have plenty of movement to swing around. Then you've got the other motor on the back of it, so it can completely gimbal that way as well. As you've noticed, I've got the gimbal directly in the center of the lens of the GoPro. The cables at the moment just come back. I'll have to sort them out afterwards. But basically, that's the gimbal. Just pull off the lens cover, which I grew, and there it is. Here it is, a little closer, so you can actually see what it's like. As you can see there, the strap, you've got the machining at the bottom, and the strap goes around it, so the whole thing can rotate around quite nicely. And that's the back view. Obviously you're going to have some sort of mounting coming off of this to hold it to the quad, either fixed straight to the front of a quad or some sort of arm going up for a mounting system. The wires come out of the side for the side rotation part of the gimbal. All this will be mounted. I haven't thought of how yet. You know, it will be nicely tidied away, I'm sure, when it's done. But that's it so far. The GoPro brushless gimbal. And here's the gimbal without the GoPro on board, so you can actually see the shape of it. If I rotate it around, there's this back of it, the side, and here is the control board, which I got. It's an open source control board. I haven't got a clue how these things work. I'm more of an engineer rather than a techie type of guy. It usually takes me ages to try and work this stuff out, but it's an open source one. I've got to go on the internet sometime and sort it out. So that's, I'm guessing the gyros are on here and the board, and from what I've seen on the internet, with this small one goes onto the spinning axis, the axis with the camera on, so that can measure the angle and send the information back to the other board, I'm guessing. Now the sensor, I'm probably going to unsolder the pins if I do use this one, and solder the wires directly, and I'm going to grow something on the 3D printer in this recess, so there'll be room to, this is what the little recess is pocketed out of the aluminium for. It will slide into there, create a little box unit, so that can drop inside, and the wires will run through. I'll be machining a little recess groove through here to put the wires through, maybe even a pocket hole through or something, but probably just be a recess, so the wires will run out of there, and there'll be nice clearance as well, so it doesn't catch up with the rest of the gimbal. And there it will sit. I don't know what I'm going to mount this to yet at the moment. I don't know whether to use the design quad that I've already got, the gecko, and put it right on the end of the gecko so the arms come out either side, or whether to cradle it underneath, which is the most popular way I think people are doing it at the moment, between some extra landing gear. But if I put it on the end of the gecko type quad, I'll redesign the quad so the arms, the motors are in line with the GoPro either side, so we can balance the weight. Nice battery on the back of it, and that should be pretty good, and you won't get no legs or anything in the way. It also keeps the quad, a nice stealthy quad, as it comes back. It's all in line, nice and thin still, so you can go through gaps if you want to, without big large landing gear bolted to the quad. So there it is, the new brushless alley gimbal for the GoPro. Thanks for watching.